the parent, obviously, as a dad, I would be really upset. I would want to see some action. I want to see somebody prosecuted. As a parent, you're going to want that.
And they don't realize that this is against the law.
Right. You're actually, the child that did it is actually in trouble too, because the young boy or girl that takes a picture of themselves with the camera is in trouble for manufacturing child pornography and distribution of child pornography. So yes, I can go after the young man who received it and put it on Facebook, but I have to come after your child too now, because they've also broke the law. And so
parents, you all need to pay attention, because gosh, it's the norm anymore for us to give our children a cell phone so that we think we're keeping up with them, but it's got a lot more technology than just keeping up with them. That's why I think, man, I need to give my child just a basic model cell phone. But even the basic model cell phones nowadays,
you're never going to insulate your child from it. You're never going to. You just have to. This is the same old thing where you're never going to insulate your child from being able to be abducted by a predator. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But what you can control is you can control information.
Right.
And you can control that by having a good line of communications with your child, talking to them about the dangers. Here's your cell phone, but here's what you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to do this, this, or this. Lay the rules down. There are tools that you can purchase on the internet.
For the cell phone?
For the cell phone. For an example, I recommend, if you're going to give your child a cell phone, that it has a SIM card. A little card that goes into the phone that allows it to work on the carrier's network. That particular SIM card can keep the text messages that go back and forth on that phone. And it also can retain deleted text message also. Well, there's a little USB device that you can get that the SIM card plugs into, and you plug that into your computer, and with some software you can see all the text messages that go back and forth. We use this in forensics to analyze cell phones to make sure to see if there's any evidence of a crime. Also, sometimes the little memory cards that go into phones are storing pictures. They're storing videos and that thing. So you might want to get a little external USB reader to plug into your computer that you can read your kid's SIM card with. You know, you might tell them, you know, I'm going to check these things. This is a condition of having a cell phone, that you agree to, you know, first of all, as your child, they don't have that reasonable expectation of privacy. It's your phone. All right, so.
Yeah, we're paying for it.
We're paying for it. You know, so these are things you can do as a parent to kind of just keep up and check up. I still say the best thing is just asking your child. You would be amazed how many kids, when asked, will just tell you the truth. They really will. They generally want to do the right thing. They generally want to please their parents and not break the law, number one, or the rules of the home. So.
And again, some of these things are also on your website as well, correct?
Right, yeah, absolutely. We have all kinds of information out there about what parents can do to talk to their children and communicate with them. I think if you just keep it simple, and you'd just be scared to death if you just thought of everything that was out there, and you would never let your child on the internet ever. But you just can't do that. I mean, the internet has become a very integral part of our society and our culture. I know that even my child in the 4th grade has internet projects she has to complete, so it's almost become part of our educational system. So, you know,
but again, it's like we talked about earlier. Even though there are bad things out there, it's a great tool.
There
it's
are
a great learning tool. Dave, and this is great information, but and our time goes by so fast, and we've got so much information. But you know, the new iPads, the new technology for that. Do you see this being something that could be dangerous as well?
I do, and here's where I see this happening. The iPad, of course, the buzzword of the technology industry right now is the middleware between having a full-blown laptop and a phone. But kids, we have a young daughter in the home that loves to Facebook, and she takes my iPad and she'll text back and forth, or she'll message back and forth with her siblings, but also her friends. And you get into the situation. We had a situation within our family where one child said something that was not taken, I guess, right by the other, and they kind of got into a little bit of a shouting match. And so we get into this little bit of a cyberbullying issue. Now it's become portable.
Exactly.
Okay. It used to be in the day where cyberbullying was, or where bullying was just getting your books pushed, you know, out from underneath your arm or getting pushed around the playground. Well, now it's gone into your living room.
And cyberbullying in itself.
Right.
You know, we've got new legislation on the books for that within the last couple years,
Right.
where people can actually be charged for cyberbullying now
Right.
as well.
Right. Kentucky has become the 35th state to enact cyberbullying laws, and there are criminal resources out there that we can charge these kids with for bullying other kids online. And you have to talk to your child about, it's speaking to another person online is no different than if you would talk to them in person. If you don't have anything nice to say, then you just don't say it.
And you know, Dave, as our time dwindles down now, we've had such great information, but you know, you take this information out and speak to groups all the time. I know if there's a church group or any civic group that would like for you to come out, they can reach you.
Right. They can reach us through our website, and we have an email address that we'll put at the bottom of the screen.
Absolutely.
And I would be happy to come out and talk to your group. If you've got a church organization or a youth group that you would like me to come talk to, I know we had to kind of pare it down a little bit for the show today, but I do have a lot of information I can share with, and we have a question and answer session later and a how-to, and we'd like to talk about that with you.
And great information for us to get out. This just kind of wets your whistle just a little bit, tempts your taste buds, so to speak. But folks, if you all are watching this show right now, Dave Evangelista will come out and talk to any group just about on what's going on, to make sure parents are aware, to make sure our young people are aware, and to be proactive. Let's do something before it's too late, instead of being reactive after something has already happened.
That's right. And incidentally, we don't charge for that service at all, Bryce. It's a free part of our 501c3 charter. And the only thing, we are a tax-deductible nonprofit, so we can take your charitable contribution. Those funds go to help things like DARE. They go to help things, brochures and pamphlets and such that we distribute.
And you know, I love bringing that up because Dave's, the only way their crime task force exists, if folks like you that are watching this show right now contribute. And I know you've got a special contribution site there for people to be able to give. And so go to his website. That's at the bottom of his screen. We laughed. We were worried about having enough time for a 30-minute show. But you all call us. Contact Dave on his website. Great information. Protect your children. They are our future. And they will be out there and very appreciative of what you do to protect them.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for keeping up what's going on in your children's life. And thank you for watching us here at Hardin County Crimestoppers. Again, Hardin County Crimestoppers pays cash rewards for any information that will lead to an arrest in any crime that goes on in Hardin County. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Bryce Shoemate from the City of Radcliffe and Radcliffe Police Department. Dave Evangelista from the United States Internet Crime Task Force, a
nonprofit organization.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. Continue to stay tuned in to Hardin County Educational TV as we talk about things that are going on all throughout our community. And this show was sponsored by Hardin County Educational TV and the Hardin County School System.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave.